If you follow along with me, if you've been here before, welcome back. And you will know that I recently went to Meridian Jacobs and I bought some fleece while I was there. So this video, I'm going to show you throughout the video some different things, um, pictures from when I went to Meridian Jacobs and everything. And at that time, I bought some yarn that I've been working this cowl with. So this was yarn from their Jacob sheep, and it's really, really nice. I love the feel of it. It's almost, in a sense, this feels denser and coarser, but it's very, very much against the skin. Then I had also bought some processed fleece, which I plan to spin, and we might do some of that on this video too. I'm not positive yet, but I bought a raw fleece, and the sheep's name is Quark. And this fleece is relatively very clean, considering as far as like vegetable matter and stuff goes. So here is the fleece in all of its sheep smelly glory. And it is a beautiful fleece. It's just a short fleece, so you can see the crimp, but it's a short fleece, so she couldn't actually send it in to be processed because it's too short, but it's still very spinnable, nice and soft. It's got white and black coloring. Let's see if I get a nice. Oh, it's a really nice fleece, and it's got nice large areas of color. So what I plan to do is separate the white and the black and then scour it. Then after it's scoured and dried, then we will card it and spin it. And what I'm still trying to decide to do is if I want to spin a white and a black together and have it be like this, because this I spun brown and yellow together. So this was the brown, this was the yellow, and then this was spun the two plies together. So one ply was brown, one ply was yellow. So I'm trying to decide, do I want to spin black and white, or do I want to spin a marled yarn with both of them together? So I'm not quite sure yet. I'll spin the singles and then decide what I want to do there. And then I want to make something. So we'll have to figure out what we're going to make with this too. But that is where we're going with this one. So next thing is going outside, separating the stuff apart, and getting it scoured. So Meridian Jacobs is a farm near Vacaville, California, and she raises Jacob sheep, she being Robin Lind, who owns the farm. And the retreat I went to was being hosted by Kira Delaney. We got to view the sheep, hold the sheep, learn all about the farm, and then Kira also had a couple cow patterns, one of which we chose as part of our package that we worked on while we were there that day, and it was just a really fun day. The Jacob sheep, you generally have 2 to 4 horns, and when you see them on the rams, the one ram has these great big 4 horns. You can really see them, but even the females have the horns and will be born with horns. But they were absolutely adorable. All these brand new little tiny babies that were running all around, and they were so cute. But most of them have this black and white coloring, both spotted, almost similar to like a cow spot. And we got to go into the barn and see some of the brand new little babies in there. And then there was one, and his name was Spark, and he was a bottle baby, and we got to hold Spark. I think there was one other one we held too. But Spark was absolutely adorable little thing. And later on, we got to come back and actually feed him a bottle. And his little tail was just going crazy. What's funny though is when we first got there, his tail had not actually fallen off yet. And by the time we came back a couple hours later to give him his bottle, his tail had popped off. There was also another sheep that was there that was the like older matriarch who kind of got to roam around where she wanted to. And then she had her sheepdog that was out there, and there's a picture at the end of the dog laying down in the irises, just completely wiped out after a long day of play. Robin did end up pulling out her loom towards the end of our visit and showing us a little bit of weaving on it. She has a great little shop there, and we went shopping in her shop, and that's where I bought my gray fleece. And while we were out in the barn, she was explaining to us about different fleeces and showing us some raw fleeces, and that's where I purchased the raw fleece that I am using for this video. So it was a really, really nice day, and if you're ever in the area and you have the chance to go visit her farm, you really should. She's got different classes she offers and spinning times, and she's got her shop and everything, and I will link her place down below. And yeah, go give her a visit. There's a couple different pictures of people holding the babies, which of course one is myself, the other one is my friend Mary that you have seen on this show before. So I hope you have enjoyed that, and now we will get back to prepping our fleece so we can spin it. I showed you all the carded fleece, and I mean not carded, washed fleece. So we're going to start carding it. The staple link on it is so short though, we're not going to use the pop lock. I'm just going to pull it apart, put it right into the carder, and card it up. So I'm just going to pull it, separate it, and card it. There's our first bat off of the carder. And I think as this spins, those little bits of white that are here and there, it's just gonna add a little bit of like a heathered texture into the yarn. So now I just have to finish carding the rest of it. Okay, I got everything carded. I ended up with 3 bats of the black and I think only 4 bats of the white. I really thought there was going to be more. Yeah, I got 4 bats of the white. So, and now I just got to spin it all. But there was very, very little VM in it, so that was really good. So it is now all carded up and ready to be spun. I got everything spun, so now I just have to apply it all. So here is one set. And the singles came out really nice. So then this is another set. So I tried to put about the same weight onto each bobbin so that they're gonna hopefully ply pretty close to each other. And then here is the dark. The funny thing was, is I felt like the dark was a little bit harder to spin than the light was, and that I had more VM in the dark. But it all came off of the same animal, and I literally pulled the colors apart. So I don't know if that was a mental thing or what, but especially the VM. I picked a lot more VM out of the dark than I did out of the light. So anyway, here's our 2 different singles. Kind of got like a tweedy look, which is kind of fun. So now I'm going to get it all applied. These have all sat at least overnight. Some have been sitting for a couple days, but minimum they have sat overnight. We're going to get them plied up so we can get them skeined up and see what they look like.
Okay, honestly, you guys, I could not have planned this. Can you see this? Do you see where I'm at on these two yarns? I am dead on. I've got these two yarns exactly together. I mean, that like never happens. If you're a spinner, you know that just does not happen. But yeah, these two bobbins undid at the same time. Look at that. Right there. Right there. There's no leftover in either one of those. That's just awesome. That is a moment to remember.
Okay, so that's the one I just took off. Came off exactly. I mean, I should go buy a lottery ticket or something. Now, the first one I did, which also was the first one that was spun, here's the bobbin of finished yarn, and I still had that much left on one bobbin. So I still had quite a bit on that one. That was the first one. I weighed the bobbin and then weighed it with the fleece on it to figure out how much I needed for the other one. And I had a lot of extra on this one, so yeah. And this yarn looks thinner than the rest that I've done. So this was the first one of the white. And you've seen the black. And then the second one I did of the white is this one. And you can see how much thicker that looks. And this is how much I had left on one of those bobbins. So what I might do, I started having issues. My spinning wheel was like not liking me. So this is like super floofy on here too. It's not pulled tight. But I think I'm thinking about doing a wrist ply, which there's a lot on this one. This one I could easily do a wrist ply, but there's a lot on this one, which also makes me maybe want to do a center pull ball. I mean, I could spin these together to that point, and then whatever's left here, I could do maybe do a wrist ply. I don't know. I'm going to use up the rest of this. I'm not going to let this go to waste. So I am going to finish this off, make yarn, but otherwise the rest of it is plied up. Got a gray piece that was in this here. Yep. Ugh, did I just pull? I just pulled my yarn apart. That's nice. I just broke the ply doing that. So much for that lottery ticket. I changed my mind. I'm not buying a lottery ticket. Yeah, no lottery ticket for me, because now I have a knot in my yarn. Not pretty. Looks pretty on this side though. Okay, yarn is plied. I'm going to finish plying up those extra bobbins and then pull these off and make some skeins, and I'll come back and show you the end result.
So I have this all spun up. So here is our finished skeins. I did the ply ball, and well, first I plied together what was left with the small bobbin and the larger bobbin, and that's what this is. It had, where's my notes? This one had 12 yards. So not a lot. So I wound it up small. Then I took what was left off of the other bobbin, did the ply ball, and did this one from that. And the ply ball ended up with 26 yards on it. So all together in the white, which has this beautiful tweedy look to it. I really like that. All together with the white, I had 184 yards. And then that one beautiful, exactly perfect skein of the dark gave us 98 yards. Now I'm thinking, as a little bonus, what I'm going to do, when I was at Meridian Jacobs that day, I bought the raw fleece, but then I also bought some prepared fleece in this gray. And this gray is made, so it's a Jacobe fleece, and it's made from these exact same colors, except they get carded together to create this gray color. So, as a little bonus, I've got 2 ounces of this, and I'm going to spin this up, give us another little in between, just for the heck of it, because why not? I have it, and it's all the same fleece, and because I want to, right? Okay, so I'm going to spin this up.
Okay, I have it all completed. It does crack me up sometimes just to see how things can come off when you're doing a skein, because I showed you how this one came out exact. I mean, I was right on the money with this one. And with this, I weighed out my fleece. So I had the exact same amount I was using on both bobbins. So here's my main bobbin. I got 40 yards in this one. And I had, well, main bobbin, the 2 bobbins together. But then I had enough left over on one bobbin to do another 12 yards. So these were exact same weight, but I had another 12 yards on one bobbin. So that always kind of amazes me. So we have a total of 184 yards with the light color. And we have a total of 98 yards in the black, and then a total of 92 yards in the gray. And the gray is what, if I had carded these together, that's what this would have been. But I bought it pre-carded. So there is all of our fleece, all of our Jacob's fleece all done. I think it's beautiful. I love this like tweedy look that honestly all of it has, even that the gray, because of it, the way it's blended, it all looks very tweedy. And I do have a project planned for this, but I decided it would be too long of a video if I put that all in here. And I think I mentioned at the beginning that I did have a project planned. So I am planning to, if I record the project I have planned, which I plan to record that project, then I will link it in this video once that is done. So if it's not linked, the video hasn't gone up yet. But I do have a project planned, and the project that I have in mind, I'm kind of excited to do with this because it would normally be a very black and white, but with this tweedy look, I think it's just going to make it really kind of neat and almost antique-y, I guess, maybe. And I love that kind of thing. So I'm looking forward to doing it. So stay tuned. Make sure and click like and subscribe and click notify so then you can be notified when that video does go up. So I hope you guys have all enjoyed this. I know I really enjoyed doing it with you. It took me, I think, around a month from start to finish. And I love the outcome. So I hope you've enjoyed this too. And we'll see y'all again soon. Bye.